We have a different project today. Unlike engine building, we're trying to start 5 cars that a buddy of mine has that haven't been started in 25 or 30 years. This particular one is number 4, and by the way, the other 3 went great, but this one is number 4. He drove it at the Mopar Nationals in '99 and hasn't started it since. So we've got our work cut out for us. We took it down to my shop so we would have equipment and parts and all that. He's got the intake manifold off of it. He took it off 10 or 20 years ago to paint it and never put it back on. But we've got a lot of little things to do. Our procedure is going to be he's already changed the oil and filter. We're going to remove the valve covers, squirt some oil on the valve stems. Then we're going to take the distributor out, prime the oil pump, make sure everything's looking good. I'm going to put a little oil on with the squirt can on the cam gear and the distributor drive gear. And I think I should be able to get some up to the timing chain too. I mean, 25 years, let's face it, this thing's dry inside. Hopefully, we're going to get the engine broke loose. It's very difficult working on it with factory air. This whole car is very original. The fender tag and really nice. AM 8-track, 4-speed. Very nice car. 70-some thousand miles. He bought it, I think, late 70s, early, maybe 81. He said it hasn't been parked outside since 81. So it's going to be a great project. We don't think it's going to take long just because we've had such good luck on the last 3 cars. We think it's going to go easy. Of course, you've heard me say that before and made myself look like a fool, but that's our plan. We're going to get this baby running in 2 days or less. We've sprayed some more WD-40 in the cylinders, and now we're trying to see if we can get the motor to turn over, but that pulley is so deep and there's just no room under there that the fan shroud, the pulleys go up right up next to the fan shroud, and then we can't get a socket on. It ain't easy, but we're going to see if this thing will turn over. If it doesn't turn over, this is not going to be a happy day, you know what I mean. I pulled the distributor drive out to oil it, or to prime it, and you would think it would be dry in there after 20 years, or 25 years, but you know, it's still got oil on it. It's all, everything is, I find that hard to believe. You ready?
Yeah, key on, waiting.
All right.
Turn my light on where I can see.
Let me know when you get some gauge movement.
Yeah, I got light on.
Let me know when you see pressure. I'm pumping. What you got?
It hadn't got past 5 pounds yet.
Really? I got a lot of pounds out here. How much? Do what?
15 now.
How much?
20.
20. Huh.
Falling down.
Yeah. Well, man, it's pulling harder than that.
Well, I'm just telling you, well, the gauge may be kind of stuck.
I think we need to take off this intake pan so I can see how much is coming around the lifters.
Take what off?
Take off this intake pan so I can see how much is coming around the lifters.
Okay. you, you've already got oil everywhere.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, we got oil out here. We got oil around the lifters. I haven't. Okay.
You ought to be happy.
Yeah, yeah. I think everything's good.
All right.
Can you believe how shiny those lifters are and rust free, and that cam's the same way? After sitting for 25 years, it just doesn't make sense. And I think that intake manifold's been off for 20 years or more. And, you know, the Valley, I don't know. I just expected this to be a rusted up mess, and it really, really isn't. And there's really oil on everything, too.
The fuel tank looked really bad inside, so we disconnected the fuel line coming from the tank and ran it down to that 2.5 gallon, put a new hose on it, ran it down to that 2.5 gallon gas can with non-ethanol gas in it. And we're going to get we're going to do some work on the fuel tank itself, but for the purposes of starting, this is going to work fine. We're going to we've got the carburetor on it and the intake. We're going to fill the float bowls with a squirt bottle and check the accelerator pump and the accelerator pedal and make sure all that's working. And we're getting closer. If the fuel pump itself is not working, we have a new one we can put on. So this will just be for startup, and then after we get it going, we'll work on the fuel system itself. We just want to know if this baby's going to run. Okay, we're going to give it a shot. All right. Yeah, you don't want to be in gear. See if it'll crank. I think we got everything like we want it. I got it on. Hold on, let me get a shot of gas. Give it a shot. But by God, it runs. Look at that accelerator pump squirting. You see that shooting squirt? Okay, we got the timing off, and I don't know which way that is. Let's do a little ciphering. By God, it ran. We just got the timing off. I'll back it up a little bit. See where we're at. I told you we'd have this running in 2 days or less. Okay, it appears the fuel pump's not working. It's only running when I put gas in the carburetor. And really, I tried to fill those float bowls, but there's something not right because it's not running long enough to run it out of the float bowls. It's just running on what I'm pouring in there. So that's okay, that's okay. The main thing was, when we started this project, was, is the motor locked up and is it going to run? And the motor looks great inside, the motor was not locked up, and the motor cranked up. So in reality, everybody's happy. We can work on these other things. We're not trying to fix every single thing on the car. We just wanted to get it running, and that we did.